For years, Finland has achieved something remarkable. Again and again, it ranks as the happiest country in the world. Not the richest, not the most powerful, and certainly not the most talked about. Yet somehow, this small Nordic nation continues to outperform many larger and wealthier countries in areas that matter most: education, safety, healthcare, innovation, and quality of life. While many nations struggle with rising stress, political division, and economic uncertainty, Finland consistently remains near the top of global rankings. So what exactly is Finland doing differently? Why does this country of just 5.6 million people keep winning? And what can the rest of the world learn from its success? Let's find out. Chapter 1: A History of Resilience. To understand modern Finland, we first need to look at its past. Finland is located in Northern Europe and shares borders with Sweden, Norway, and Russia. For centuries, Finland was ruled by other powers. First Sweden, then Russia. It wasn't until 1917 that Finland finally gained independence. But freedom didn't instantly bring prosperity. The country experienced civil conflict, economic struggles, and later faced one of its greatest tests during World War II. When the Soviet Union invaded Finland in 1939, many expected the small nation to collapse quickly. Instead, Finland fought back with determination and resilience. Although the country suffered losses, its resistance became legendary. This period helped shape a national mindset that still exists today, a mindset built on perseverance, preparation, and self-reliance. These values continue to influence Finnish society in ways that many outsiders don't fully understand. Chapter 2: The Power of Trust. One of Finland's greatest strengths isn't its economy or military, it's trust. In many countries, trust in institutions is declining. People distrust politicians, governments, and sometimes even each other. Finland is different. Finns generally trust their public institutions. They trust their healthcare system. They trust their schools. And they trust that laws apply fairly to everyone. This creates enormous advantages. When people trust institutions, society functions more efficiently. Businesses operate with fewer obstacles. Government programs work more effectively. Communities cooperate more easily. Trust may not sound exciting, but it forms a foundation of a stable and successful society. And Finland has built one of the strongest foundations in the world. Chapter 3: A Different Approach to Education. Finland's education system has become famous worldwide. What's surprising is that it succeeds by doing less of what many countries believe is necessary. Finnish students typically receive less homework. They take fewer standardized tests. And school days are often shorter than in many other developed countries. Yet Finnish students consistently perform well in international assessments. Why? Because Finland focuses on quality instead of quantity. Teaching is one of the most respected professions in the country. Teachers undergo extensive training and are given significant freedom in the classroom. Rather than teaching students to memorize information, Finnish schools encourage critical thinking and problem solving. The goal isn't simply producing good test scores. The goal is creating capable, independent citizens. And so far, that strategy has worked remarkably well. Chapter 4: Healthcare and Wellbeing. Healthcare is another area where Finland performs exceptionally well. The country provides universal healthcare, ensuring that people can access medical services without facing overwhelming costs. But Finland doesn't just focus on treating illness. It focuses heavily on prevention. Cities encourage walking and cycling. Public health campaigns promote healthy lifestyles. Access to nature is widely available. Mental health awareness has also become increasingly important. This focus on prevention helps improve overall well-being while reducing long-term healthcare costs. As a result, Finland consistently ranks among Europe's healthiest nations. Chapter 5: The World's Happiest Country. Now, let's address the question everyone asks. How can Finland be the happiest country in the world, especially when winters are cold, dark, and long? The answer lies in understanding what these rankings actually measure. They don't simply measure daily happiness or excitement. They measure life satisfaction. Finnish citizens generally feel secure. They trust institutions. They have access to quality healthcare and education. Crime rates are low. Corruption is rare. People feel confident about their future. In other words, life feels manageable. And in today's world, that sense of stability is incredibly valuable. Finnish happiness isn't built on constant positivity. It's built on security, trust, and balance. Chapter 6, A Deep Connection to Nature. One thing that immediately stands out about Finland is its relationship with nature. The country is often called a land of 1,000 lakes. In reality, it has nearly 188,000 lakes. Large forests cover much of the country, creating vast natural landscapes. Even people living in cities have easy access to parks, forests, and outdoor recreation. Nature isn't viewed as something separate from daily life. It's part of daily life. Many Finns spend weekends hiking, fishing, skiing, or relaxing at lakeside cabins. This connection to nature also explains Finland's famous sauna culture. Saunas are deeply woven into Finnish society. For many people, a sauna isn't a luxury. It's a regular part of life. Researchers increasingly believe that access to nature improves mental and physical health. If that's true, Finland may have one of the biggest natural advantages in the world. Chapter 7, Innovation and Technology. Despite its reputation for forests and lakes, Finland is also a leader in innovation. One of the most famous examples is Nokia. At its peak, Nokia dominated the global mobile phone market and helped establish Finland as a technology powerhouse. Although Nokia's influence has changed over time, Finland continues to invest heavily in research and development. The country consistently supports startups, scientific research, and technological innovation. Universities work closely with businesses. Digital infrastructure is among the best in Europe. Finland understands that long-term success depends on knowledge and innovation. By investing in education and technology, the country has created an economy capable of adapting to change. Chapter 8, Why Finland is So Safe. Finland is also one of the safest countries in the world. Violent crime rates are relatively low. Corruption levels are among the lowest globally, and trust in law enforcement remains strong. Several factors contribute to this success. Economic inequality is lower than in many countries. Education levels are high. Strong social safety nets reduce desperation and instability. Importantly, Finland often focuses on rehabilitation rather than punishment alone. The goal is reducing future crime, not simply increasing penalties. This approach has helped create a society where people feel safe in their daily lives, and that feeling of security contributes significantly to overall quality of life. Chapter 9, The Concept of Sisu. If there's one word that defines Finland, it may be sisu. Sisu is a uniquely Finnish concept. It refers to determination, resilience, and the ability to keep moving forward despite challenges. It's the idea of refusing to quit when things become difficult. This mindset developed through centuries of hardship, harsh winters, foreign rule, wars, economic struggles. Over time, Finland developed a culture that values perseverance over shortcuts. Many experts believe Sisu remains one of Finland's greatest strengths. It influences education, business, sports, and everyday life. When problems arise, Finns tend to focus on solutions rather than complaints, and that mentality continues to shape the country's success. Conclusion. So why does Finland keep winning? The answer isn't one specific secret. It's a combination of many factors working together. Strong institutions, high levels of trust, excellent education, accessible healthcare, a deep connection to nature, innovation, safety, and a culture built around resilience. Finland isn't perfect. Like every country, it faces challenges. But while many nations focus on short-term solutions, Finland has spent decades building long-term stability. That stability doesn't always generate headlines, but it creates something much more valuable. A society where people feel secure, supported, and optimistic about the future. Perhaps that's the real reason Finland keeps winning. Not because it's trying to be the best, but because it consistently focuses on the things that matter most. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Would you want to live in Finland? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.